the idea of Gabe to the Bills. Give us a ring on that. If you got room for Gabe? I wouldn't say it's a bad idea. I don't have a problem with it. I mean,
what's the downside?
Sure, right, that's what I mean.
I don't think there is.
Is Xavier Johnson, who's far enough down the depth chart that would be pushed out by this? Like
Xavier Johnson.
He was on the team last year, maybe. Ohio State wide receiver.
Yeah,
Caden Prather doesn't get the
Hamler.
snaps he needs.
Yeah.
At the risk of talking receiver, Davis is a player who was popular. He does feel like he like many others, when you leave, it's thanks for your services, and you aren't good enough to stay. I saw a little bit of what he did there in Jacksonville is another sign of how Allen can bring out the best in players, because Allen probably got as much out of Davis as he probably could. It's hard to envision anybody getting out of Davis what he had here in his 4 years. It's also obvious that when Davis did that, he's on a rookie contract. There's tremendous value.
Yeah,
Davis was a great player for the Bills from a value standpoint. You got your drops here and there, but he was great. At $20 million, you don't want anything to do with that. But again, he'd be basically free because of what he's already making and what teams in the league are going to pay. Pittsburgh, the Giants, does he want an opportunity, or is the Bills a good place for him to land? He's everything they want players to be. I mentioned in the first segment one area where he might help them in that he's got vertical speed down the field, and no one has had better chemistry down the field with Josh Allen than Gabe. Put that aside. Would it not be good? Would the Bills not see value in trying to convince him to come here to say, why don't you show young Keon Coleman NFL life? What you do, NFL, your process, your offseason, your training camp, your dedication. Coleman is a young player learning to be a pro. That's kind of what they said about him when they were disappointed how he came back and what he had to learn there. So, who would teach him better than the guy that the Bills consistently gave an award to for the way he prepared?